Yeah, Bjorn. What's up, man? Hi. Yeah, no problem. So maybe they're gonna spawn the male was shaking, and that means that maybe they're gonna put some eggs on the glass. There is a spawn cone also, but they're cleaning the back glass. But as you can see, there is a spawn cone. Sorry for the. I just move it a bit. You can see better. That's, like I said, they have that spawn cone. I will put it back next to the sponge. So there is one face available they can choose. I split this tank in two parts, and there is some nice activity here. I will let the cam on this part of the tank now. They're shining a bit, but you will discover the population in this one. Actually, it's like a 40-gallon monoblock. It's been a while that I took off the filtration. Hello, one fish, two fish, and Duck. Thanks for coming in. Good morning for Duck. Well, here in Belgium, it's almost 5 p.m. Hi, one fish. Sorry. I will not tell you what's in the tank. So you will check it out yourself. I promise that they will coming out. But, yeah. And it's also a rescue tank. And we will discover why. Here is it coming. Here is my dude. Yeah, well, this guy was in the 350 liters. A big tank, but he was too shining, and the other discus were really rude with him, and he was victim of aggression of all. And when I was feeding time, he was so skinnish, and he didn't hit at all. So I put them first in a 12-gallon that I have on my desk now. I will show you quick. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, I went too fast with this tank, and they were doing bad. So back on the rescue tank. So like we saw that there was one blue discus, really little guy, and if I was letting him more with in the community tank with the geophagus, he will not do it. He was starving. And yeah, here is it. Here is the female. So like we see now, that's one Bolivian round pair. And actually, they were also in the 12-gallon. I'll show you quick. But my stupidness, I didn't cycle enough the tank. I mean, the filter was I let it a few weeks without rinsing dirt, but the bacteria were dead, yeah. So I changed them at time. Yeah, that's right, Bjorn. But I'm more pizza lover, and I try to give a break at potatoes. And actually, yeah, I have to take care of my sugar also, and uh, potatoes, white potatoes, like white spaghetti, white bread. That's also a kind of sugar. I mean, it changed a lot. Too quick, too fast in sugar. Heidi, nice to see you. Well, I got really nice people here. Thank you, Hartley, for coming in. And yeah, I have sad news to tell you. So I posted a last video, sushi or fried, that's the question. And sushi, is the answer? So it's fucked up again. But what happened actually, they lay on the filter, on the sponge filter, on the intake, on the structure of the filter. It's like a tea bar. And like I would say 80% of the eggs were fungus, only 20 were fertilized. And so there was a little fry that they move on the sponge. And yeah, I had good hope. Like Dean's recommend, I lighted up the tank at night. So the fish will do okay at night. And but when they start swimming, just when they start swimming, the female puke back rightly 1-2 times, and then after, like she become tired or overstressed, she don't puke it back. I saw it in front of my eyes, and yeah, I was resigning it, and it was tough to see. But I say, hey man, it's nature. Leave them. Don't punish them again. It's because I punish them in the way that I move them from them. I mean, reproduction tank back in the 350. So the first pair fly in back in the community. I say it was, I don't know, 15 times they spawn, and again they're eating the fry when they start swimming almost. And yeah, I was really sick of it. And I had fried like for 2 days or something. But yeah, I want some more, and yeah, they didn't give it. They eat it. And yeah, in the community tank where the ppm was 278, I had some good fry results. And that was a wondering because I injured myself. I mean, I took myself bad because in the first setup of the reproduction tank, my ppm was really high, like 250 or more. And like I remember an Indian discus breed of a friend from Pasta Cash. He told me, yeah, if your ppm is above 100 ppm, you will have no discus eggs hatching. I said, all right, and I find one video back, old video back from YouTube where they explain on discus hatching, and yeah, they say the ppm has to be under 100. But yeah, it's contesting because Joey from King of DIA, he writes some discus, I think, above 100 ppm, like he said. Water parameters were not so important for him, and he didn't want to have too many fry also, if I remember well. So yeah, and also yeah, there is two currents. Some say beef heart mix is really bad for the discus because it builds fats up that the fish cannot lose, and it's like lose waste or into unnecessary fatness, and they say also that it makes your discus life shorter. So I stay out of beef heart. I try again. I mean, even when I knew that someone told me from YouTube, it's really bad to give beef heart. So what I do now, I give more blood worms, like all 2 days, and I stick on a cichlid mix with a good part of fish, gramarus that it's new. I use them. I never gave them gramarus. I think it's excellent. It's small orange shrimps, wall, and they're just nuts about them also. And what else you have in this mix? Some meses, bloodworms a bit, spinach, and some brines also. So it's really an excellent mix, and most like it. Even the discus and the other pair is more picky, but they go for it also. I feed them like four times a day. Now you see this little dude is really doing well, and they are good friends with the Bolivian pair. Sorry, and I get an alarm sign when this pair was always hiding on the small intern filter. They didn't coming up. They was always really skitty, and yeah. So at this point, I knew something was wrong, and here the ppm is almost 100. So I do a lot of our water with a bit of pressed discult mineralizing salts. And what I do mostly of one or maximum all 2 days. I rinse up the sponge filter. I think you knew that. So I do a bucket of water change for 2.5 gallons, like all days. And doesn't matter the capacity of the tank. It's the same rule for. I know it's not right, but because here it's 40 gallons, and there 100 gallon. That's my biggest. And it's only geophagus here with the pair, the parents. And I took off one light so they stay constantly in this intensity. No, that's enough. There is no plants here. They had a few bucephalandra stick on the wood, but actually I gave one to a guy that gave me some oxygen peroxide. And the male is really doing well and looks really happy and healthy. And they're still eating like pigs. But the big male is really gentle to eat. But when he gets angry, he fly on the fruit, of course. But I mean, not like before. Before he was always part of all the feedings, but now he mostly lets the small ones feed. It's like he don't care about food mostly. Like he will go once or twice a day for a big piece. There's a female there in the back. They're doing great. Hello, Jason. Nice to see you. Oh, you have a nice coffee. Maybe I will mix some tea for me. And I love the way they're looking at me. And sometimes maybe I get the luck to show you guys. They hit the substrate like they they're happy, but they took off a bit of the slime of, I don't know. And even when they will get quicker of the poop, they just hit the substrate to get rid of it. Yeah, I tell you, I mean, there is a lot of geophagus going on there. Juripari is one of my favorites one. But hey, they get big Juripari. It's, I mean, 100 gallon, it's a little bit small for those guys, actually. Because they get double size of my male. But I mean, it's a peaceful fish. They don't not doing that well with curry cats. And yeah, the curry cats, the 6 curry cats are with the Bolivian rams. They didn't showing up. But they're doing really well in this cerebral. So. And I will light up the growth thing. Yeah, you get rid of the small snail. If you have an invasion of snails, don't come with assassin snails because I think that can kill them. But they love to eat snails, really. I think they could be good friends with Murphy. No? Oh, Jimmy. What's up, bro? Nice to get you on the stream, man. So yeah, let's light up the growth tank. Oh, here it is. Hey, buddy. I think I can tell this one is my favorite fish of all. It's so majestic, and yeah. This color are really fantastic. And peaceful. I mean, those, I don't know with small tetras, but like a bleeding heart tetra or something, or black larger tetra, they will do fine with it. Unfortunately, I don't know what happened to the Otisanklus. I had a few, but they seem to be gone for far. And that's algae. Yeah, when they have really nothing to eat, they will go a bit for algae. But yeah, they're not plecos, of course. Oh, Australia! Thanks for coming in, Rosie. It's been a long, guys. Well, yeah, a lot happened. And yeah, I love this substrate. I mean, I will never go again, guys. You will never see me buying sand again. I will stick on this little corals, little pearls of cooked ground. I mean, it's fabulous because the bacteria are entering. It's a home for the bacteria, let's say it in this word. And it makes your substrate so much interesting technically and biologically, especially biologically. So that's a filter also, even if I know there is no plant, sorry, but still I have some bacteria going on in the substrate. And believe me, there is a lot. But I mixed it up. It's a mix of prodonal mix. And so yeah, I'll show you quick. So I start with this Donald mix, and that's a mix of sand, big gravel, and yeah, that's it almost. Sand, fertilizers, and some bacteria in pearls also, synthetic pearls of bacteria. There is a few left up above the substrate. If you see those white things, round, that's it. But yeah, I prefer the brown dark one. It's really interesting, and it's soft. Yeah, that's also you don't use that much. You fill up with a small quantity. And yeah, guys, I recommend you heartily. I'm not sponsorizing, but believe me, it's fantastic. Of course, yeah, uh, I have peroxide oxygen in all my tanks. But for geophagus, it's a must, especially if I don't do that crazy water change every day, like 50% or 30%. Will it be the norm for this type of fish if you want to keep them healthy? So because I don't do that, I compensate it yeah, by maintaining my oxidator. And actually, I can show you. I have a bottle of 30% here. So, I'm sorry. So you see, it's 30%. It's very rare to find, and I cut it up with some water you would use for the iron, demineralizing water, and so I mixed it up with because 30% would be really too heavy. Normally in the shop you would find from 3% to 6 or 12, but it's come cheaper like that because I mix it. And yeah, it's just this tank. I love this tank. It's just a happy family of really big family of geophagus. And yeah, because my desk tank was not a good cycle. I don't know what I will do with it. Actually, there is 2 snails in it, and I don't know what I can keep this tank empty. And this is the snail. I have 2 snails like that. And yeah, I call them Batman snails. That's on my own. But yeah, they only reproduce in brackish water. Yeah, with something. Nice to see that your ducks are fine. Yes, say hello for me to Estrella. Long time I don't see this dude Nelson. Yeah, that's the 60 gallon. Water is a bit cloudy, not that clean. So they said this one is for 100 gallon, but it was, yeah, it's my heaviest filtration here. I have a box of 1,000 liter, I think. In the intern filter. It's a box like in the corner box. That's 1,000 liter coming out there. And then you have the sponge filter with a mini aqual 400 liters, 100 gallons an hour. And I have a hair pump on the second sponge filter. So 2 sponge filters. Sorry for the bad lighting. 2 sponge filter and the beer box just there in the corner. Yeah. And then next you have also another growing tank and the discus tank. I will light up the tanks and put you back on the snow dude. Here is a panda. I mean, they're not skinny, they go everywhere. Just bought a small, big sponge filter and I cut it. And that's it. But I love this small discus, I can't tell you. Because he's doing so well now, and yeah, I love to see him hanging out with the Rams. In a few, I will unfurl some grinds. Yeah, I give mostly now. I stay on cyclic mix because only for the spinach also that I'm sure they have a bit of green. And yesterday they had blood rolls once. Yeah, it's sad that the discus pear eat the fry, but it's like that. But I will put a sponge also with those dudes because they don't have to. Sometimes they get scared. Or one fry is, it's my mistake that I have to concentrate the fry with the parents. I was opposite of that because I thought, hey man, there is no room enough for the discus. So I want to give them more room, but if you don't concentrate them, there is a chance. I mean, that the fry will be lost, and the parents get more panic, stressed, and that's all the reason more that they could eat the fry at that point. So I don't have to cover the eggs because the fatal moment for me is when they start swimming. Yeah, I will show you a view of a symbol, big view. I mean. So that's the 100 gallon. There, the 60. The next, again, like 40, 45. That tank is not that much quality with plastic, and sorry for the glares. But the black one there is in plastic, like 40, 45 gallons, and there are 20 geophagus in there. Yeah, they're growing fast. Maybe after I will do, and that's my first pair of discus there on their own. And I had the luck to show you some fry of them, but they're no more. They're gone. Yeah. And here the big one also, it's like 85 gallons almost. It's 120 centimeters long, but it's higher. Yeah. And there is one box filter in a corner, and also one aquarium mini pot 100 gallon hour. But let's see what the discus are doing now. They're cleaning the glass there. And yeah, if we are lucky, maybe we're gonna see some spawning action. And yeah, the question is always the same: sushi or fry. And they handle better with X, those ones. So let's cross fingers, and I think I will know more showing discus fry because it's always sad to lose them. So but I'm already happy that they do it. But yeah, it's not enough, of course. Yeah, I prefer the looking of the other pattern, but yeah, those guys are a little bit more relaxed. Yeah, and I did a mistake also yesterday at the shop. I thought I bought some water conditioner, but it was vitamins water elixir. It's not a conditioner. So I will have to go back. But it contains aloe vera, and that's a distress also for the fish. Yeah, Pratim, thanks by stopping by, and I wish you good luck in your study. That's important to prepare your future. Please do, and thanks for coming by. Yeah, guys, if you wait a bit, there's gonna be something nice to see here. Yeah, and yeah, of the afternoon, begin evening. It's mostly the time when they spawn, and it's like all 5, 7 days. Those guys are spawning like rabbits. But I saw Charles' update, but I love his choice of fishes. But yeah, the pure Jude don't use arrow, and for discus, if water is too hard, it's not that well. They can do it, but yeah, it's better on soft, of middle soft, just a few arrow. And yeah, he also have overstock tanks. Like me, you could not blame it. Me, it's because of reproduction of Geophagus equalagenesis. Still have what, 200 to 250 of guys I have to weed off. But I will finish with, I don't know, 8 or 6 more. I really love this Geophagus. And Alifrance is also a beauty. I mean, there is a lot of really handsome Geophagus. And they clean your tank up. Yeah, it's not like Oscar or Florhorn, the way they interact, but they still interact with you in them way, of course. But yeah, they're always curious to see someone. When I go by the tank they're coming like nuts, especially the small ones. I'm glued to my chair now because yeah, I'm afraid to make some movements to disturb them because when they start, you know. Jimmy, you need to make update on your two new discs. They are beautiful. For me, a little bit too peppered, but yeah, I mean it's discs. Mm. Yeah, and I want to thank the breeder above those amazing fish, but they were so small, I never could figure how they will end up in colors. And for the first time I go by my friend, I bought six of them, but I received two extra. Unfortunately, the smallest one starved, didn't make it, and I put one down also because his stomach was blowing up and he wasn't dying. He couldn't eat anymore. So I finished with six of this group of eight. And because the second pair, I didn't know it was a pair, I said to myself, yeah, I need some extra discus to have the luck to make an extra pair. And yeah, I go to my friend again, like 1 year after almost. And I decide to pick up to buy one discus. And they say, hey, you can have one free because I was promoting him a bit at that point. And so I had one for free. I bought one. I received one. That's one thing, guys. But he go deeper in that, and I finished with seven. So I bought one, and I received six. Yeah, but they're doing great, and in the community tank, it's too far from here. I still have six little blues in this tank there, but you can see nothing. And I'm stuck on my computer with my cam, so it's a small cable. I can bring the camera, unfortunately, to this tank. So I will need my cell phone and do a shooting up after. Yeah, they're really beauties. The blue snake one with red and blue is just the gorgeous. And I love also the two little ones with the black stripes. They're just fantastic. And yeah, actually, I don't give that much dry. Like it's been, I would say, 6 months. I just finished one little can, but 95%, like those last 3 months, it's 100% only frozen food I give them. And the cichlid mix, well, also it's really easy because I just break the pieces and throw them frozen in the tank. It's no problem at all. It's from Holland. It's Superfish brand, and yeah, the mix is really nice and don't dirt the water. Because if I go for still one of my favorite branch, Ocean Nutrition, if I buy a flat pack of 2 pounds of meses, when I'm frozen, there is a lot of residue, conservative nitrates, making the water turn brown, milky. So that's a necessary. It's really necessary to unfroze my ocean brines, ocean nutrition branch, frozen brines, brood worms also, and especially mysis. Mysis is really fatty and dirt. I recommend you do that also if you use frozen. To unfroze it in a small sieve, and you just pull off the sieve after you take a bit of water tank in a small cup, or even you can cut a bottle of water, and with that piece of bottle you fill up with water tank, and then you let sit your sieve with the frozen food for 10 minutes, not too long also, don't forget it, but like 10 minutes, a quarter, and then it's perfect for them, especially if you have a lot of fish. That will make a cloud of brines, of mysis, and even the discus, they are a bit in a hurry to eat them, because if you let them with big pieces, they will be too picky, and they select too much. The way that I school them, I will say, to eat faster, it's thanks to the geophagus. And they become not that more picky than if you train them with other fish to get a bit faster on their food. But without excess, you have to be reasonable also, and you have to give them a bit more time to eat also, or make a second passage if you find that the food were gone too fast. And the advantage to use frozen, you will have minus poop, and that means you don't have to clean that much the filtration. I go every day, daily or the 2 days. I rinse the sponges. I turn off my bucket black water, and that's the sign that it was necessary. That it's an operation of 1-2 minutes. Maximum two minutes for 2 sponges. So that's okay. But you don't have to find time to do it. To find the time to do it and do it. But with dry food, you get more waste. But I will give, if I have the choice and the stock, I'm out of dry now. But I will give, if I have the choice, 20-25% of dry. Of course, in reality, if maybe I will go 1 week, 50% if I'm running out frozen, but maybe like an emergency situation when I will wait to get them again frozen. And especially because I don't give beef heart for the discus, I think it's vital for them that they are frozen, because dry will be not enough. That being said, I'm really happy with the Donald's soft discus pellets. It's a great food, and I was checking out Aquael's site, and I found out that Aquael make also food, and discus food also, and it's really cheap, and it's 75% cheaper than Donald Branch or other ones. It's really cheap. It's from Poland directly, and I will give it a try. Here in Belgium, we have Dr. Basler food, excellent. But you don't find that branch easily. And I know online shop selling it here in Belgium. So the Dr. Basler food is excellent mix, and they add some extras like acai fruit or moringa leaves crushed. What else? Garlic supplement to clean your digestive fish system. Yeah, there is a lot of interesting mix in this brand. Sorry for the bad light. I'll close up a little bit the cam. Like that. Make it better. They're like humans, you know. They just like to do the thing, but when it's to take care of the babies, there is no one there. Only pleasure. Yeah. I'm sorry. And I think the separation sponge will make a difference also. They can run away now and leave the fry there. Does that happen also? Huh? They get scared, they fly away, and they lost the fry, of course. And the fry is lost. And it can be stuck on the filter or anything. And they have to eat, so they have to accept that the fry is eating at them. But sometimes they don't get on, so that the fry is swimming to them. I think they think that the fry is getting lost, or they panic. They took in their month, and yeah, they took it back, and then they see that the fry is coming back again to them, and 2-3 times, and the 4th time can be fatal. I don't know, guys. Like I said before, I was cleaning both this part of glass, and the man was shaking, so I thought it was for now, but they don't look in a hurry to do it. Now, of course, they're from Brussels, those discussions, Guillaume. So they're not handsome enough to say the beauty of Belgium. Yeah, let's hope that the fry will be nice. Because they have great colors. They're coming on the camera. Her peppers are not equal. She has a spot on the body. You know, it's a little bit anachi in the black spots. But what I love on the film and on the right is the outside black line on the fins. She got a lot of black on her fins, and that's nice. Even on the sides ones a bit. Yeah, the male backside is a little bit more bigger, and that's nice. He's got a good shape. But yeah, I can confess they're still a bit small for them age, because I stay off beef heart mix. And last time I present them, I knew it was bad, but because my mix is it was from Ocean Nutrition. It's what's called discus balance, and it was a part of beef heart was the main ingredient, but next to it there was meases, rootworms, spinach, and garlic. Garlic was also you can smell in the discus balance mix the smell of garlic. But yeah, last time I presented them the mix, they refuse it. They just pick some bloodworms out of it, just a few, and they mostly leave it here. And even the geophagus don't like it much, so I stay out of it. But yeah, the bite point, if you have to give more bloodworms, but sometimes they are difficult to eat too much bloodworms. I think it's not that good, that help for them digestion, and they become too picky. If they have too many bloodworms, they will not eat that much the other foods. Yeah, yeah. But like I said, I try uh, to stay with a few bloodworms, because it's them beef heart for me, and fish from the cichlid mix. This pair likes also the cichlid mix. So if they say it's bad for them, and then if they want them anymore, they want it anymore, I will not insist with beef heart, indeed. And yeah, on the six from the first group making it, I have two pairs, and the two over left are really dwarf discus. They have bad constitution. They didn't eat enough at the right time. They was growing up, and they will end up small. Come on, guys, for my viewers, please. Let's finish this. I think she don't like the cup. Because it's got a small green light on it, and she was coming to see, hey, what's that green point there? And so that means maybe no, she says, okay, that's okay, just nothing alive. Maybe she was checking it a last time to begin. No? Really? And yeah, the lights on this thing are really slow. It's just a 8 watt or 12 watt red color LED growing plant. Yeah. Yeah, I get a better view with my phone. Temperature, okay. Food, okay. Yes. The meal is ready. What about a feeling? It's already ready. Always ready. I don't know why they deserve the cone, but it's their choice. But yeah, if they don't need the cone, I will took off the roots in the other pair setup and put the cone by the other pair of cones. Right. We'll get some brines for them, for the further. I'll be right back, guys. Yeah. That's right. Big brines, flat pack. Do it in a container. How do I see that in the bedroom? So we have to wait a bit. That's unfrozen. Yeah, we'll feed the fricks. The geophagus are really freaks to eat. And they are ready. I stand up and look at this animation. Oops. Just getting nuts when they see me. Yeah, if I come closer to the tank. It's like they didn't eat for a week or what? I feed them 3-4 times a day. They're hanging like they're starving. You see that? All secrets now. They all tell the same, feed me, feed me. I'm sure you respond of it. Well, let's check on Snow Jute and the rams for a bit. They're not so beautiful, the rams, but I think it's still a pretty fish. Keep that in the freezer back. I'm back, guys. Jimmy, if someone want to join the hangout, I don't know. Just let me know in the chat if someone wants to join. That being said, I don't know. It's a bit new again for me. What is this for? Here's my link. On Facebook. I will copy and stick it here. Jimmy, if you want to come over a few, I hope the link is working. But yeah, feel free to jump in if you like to, and show your fish or tanks or whatever. Female is not trusty. She suspects something. She's looking me right in the eye. What are you doing, man? Is she asking me? Yeah, you know, when I move, I don't know if I'm coming in the tank or something. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still pretty happy with my. I bought a new LED UV lamp. Mark Shrimp says it was not good, and unfortunately, the one he had broke after 3 weeks. But I don't run it 24 hours a day. I run it like 6 hours a day. And yesterday I moved it for in this tank. But I think I will have one or two more. It's cheap. It's like I don't know, 70, 17, 18, less than $20. Only $20 something. And it's only 1 watt, and it sterilizes your water. So yeah, it's new for me. So modest it is, so little it is. Uh, I start trying the sterilizing my water in the other discus tank. Yeah, that's true. I want to fish Yama is from Belgium. He speaks Flemish, Dutch, also, like me, and French. Mm-hmm. Someone have a question for me? Nice viewers for me. Ah, yeah, 3 viewers. Thanks for the likes, guys. Only 3. That's why I put the link, Jimmy. I said maybe you wasn't there at that moment, but anyone who want to join me in the hangout, please come, no problem. Everyone is welcome. Yeah, I'm running out of ideas. Yeah, John, if you like to come, no problem. Jimmy, yeah, from Co-op. All right. I saw one live stream a few hours ago from Korea about natural aquariums. It was a great stream of it. I put the link again for you, Jimmy. Oh, it works. After I feed the fish, I will fix something for me. First the fish and then me. That's life. That's my life. Yeah. This week, I don't know, I have more time today. Most of the shops are closed. Maybe tomorrow morning. Yeah, I have to find some more shops to get rid of my stock of geophagus. Because believe me, guy, it's starting really expensive. Only in food, because those guys eat like just like pigs. Yeah, they never have enough. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, if that's a fact that it's becoming really too expensive in food, and another fact is that if God will, I mean, I really want so bad to have discus fry, but if the things are going so far, I will have I will need room to grow the fry also. So yeah, another extra good reason I have to get rid of my geophagus grow, and in all cases, yeah, one day they get really bigger, there will be some fighting if they are overstocked, and yeah, they will start bigger. They will be at one point if they are overstocked. I think they will start fighting for the food and becoming more aggressive each other. But I can imagine the waste they will produce if I have too many bigger ones. Yeah, one fish to fish, but I'm from Belgium also, and Jimmy is from your country, America. I know it's very big, and actually, yeah, like each state of America could be our country, my country. I mean, so big as Belgium. So, but yeah, you don't have the oceans between you. So for really collaborating with American people about fish, it's really expensive if you have to exchange our fish by train. So yeah, I try to get out my stock on stores, on fish stores, and try to get some rules that you can exchange fish for material for food, not for fish or plants, but for stuff that you really need. And yeah, I mean, if they have to pay you in money, it will be a disadvantage. Will get less. You will have less than if you do a rule thing. You get more value if you get things from the shop also. That's logic. Yeah, there's maybe 3, 4 guys, and what was also good but finished bad, I can say. The guy where I buy the discus, he took me 35 geophagus. He put them in a 225 gallon, 225 gallon. So that's 900 liters of water. But he did some aquascaping. He had some planes, and my geos were knocking the thing down, and yeah. He was disappointed because my geos were a bit rude with his plants, and he said there are expensive plants, and then he received 3 big discus bags that he put in, and so yeah, Unfortunately, he took off my 35 geophagus and he put them back in a 30-gallon bin. And yeah, he gave 6 of them to a close friend of him. So he stayed with 29 ones. But yeah, still 29 in a 30 gallons. It's not cool. And I was so happy that my geos could live in this huge tank of 225 gallons. But things change and they're back in jail, I would say, Cup. Yeah, that sucks. But and yeah, I say they have to be used to give them the time to get used to your plans. But yeah, yeah. What I say else, I think they have to understand it's not food. To accept it's not food. And I know, hey, money. They act like sheep, you know. One is biting something, the other one is saying, what are you, in hell, what are you biting in? Let me bite also. And another one see that and they finish all biting in it just to check if it's not food because the other one biting it and you never know. Yeah, they're really funny to. Yeah. What I like in the jails also when they stick you, they pull off then the month out, like Drew Paris can do that also. Oh, Jimmy is from Belgium. Check on his Facebook. Isn't he coming in the hangout? Jimmy, you can come on the hangout if you like. I sent 2 times the link in the chat. That's the problem, bro. I apologize for. Oh, right. Yeah, it's not that far. Maybe at spring we can nail some fish, but we have to wait spring. All right. Yeah, there are beautiful women in Sweden also. Like everywhere. I'm sorry. Hey, Big Easy. What's up, man? Nice to get you. I'm thirsty, guys. Get some notification. Let's see what's. Maybe it's on Facebook. Or maybe I have to put the link for you on your Facebook or what, Jimmy? I will open Facebook and see if I can drop the link there. Because maybe you didn't tell me that it's not working. Oui. You got someone on the family injury. Sorry, guys, I'm coming back. Yeah, someone cut himself on my family. It's so important. No matter. Well, here I'm back. Thank you, Protein. Yeah, I know Big Easy is doing a really long stream. Welcome back, Protein. I put the link on your Facebook message, Jimmy. Now I can see if I can do it from here. Friends. I think that's it. Thank you, Protein. I prefer the other pair actually, but after the stream today or tomorrow, I will do an update on all the tanks. I will try to show you the assembly. What's going on in all the tanks. But like I said before, I hope to get rid of 20 or somewhere between 20 or 50 gears. That would be sweet. I don't want to get rid all in once, but yeah. And maybe I will have some new curries. The one with the orange spot on back the head. I love those. I don't get the name now. Davidolfi or something like that. Yeah, I can do same setup in this tank, buying a big sponge, splitting the tank in two parts, and on one side I will have the curries that I will try, the new curries that I will try to breed. Because I think those discus parameters will be also sweet for the curries. Yes, Kurt, but yeah, I understand with your profession also. But come on. You want to hang out on Gmail, John? You can fix that if you want. Ah, you posted already. All right. Well, should be working or no? And from here, I'll go to this button. Gmail. And this G plus email. See, G plus. Uh, and this one stands for what? Little buddy. What the F? Anyway. No, I haven't. I will move Cam from the big geotime. The filter is there. Let's put on the filter. Yeah. Then have a small box. That's the mini UV I buy Saturday. I'm really happy with it. So it's from 20 to 200 liters. Oops. Yeah. Made this can. Yeah, I'm really satisfied with that. So that means to sterilize your water and just put it on the output of the mini pet. It fits well. I'll be right back in a moment, guys. And I will do a feeding for you and just spot the place where it's gonna happen. So be ready for that. Just a few a minute or two that I rinse the brines. I'll be right back. Here I'm back with the brines. And it's like 2 coffee spoons. I was looking more. Just to be sure, because on the surface. It would be difficult to have them all, but I swear it is going to be fast. All right, let's give it. So those are brines. See, the male is really gentle. There is just a few brines, that's okay. Boom, it's almost finished. Sure, there's a bit hanging out in the tank. Let's close that. And meat is also really good for them, even better. Brines are super, but with the geophagus, they lost a bit more than, I mean, they reject more of the brine, if you follow me, than other fish. But it cleans them digestive system very well. Because someone told me that brines have like little brush on them, and that's brushing them intestines. It's really good, especially when you you will feed some bloodworms. But after this heavy meat, you give them brines, and it will clean them intestine. You're sure that they have clean. And you can also find, but that's more expensive, brine with spirulina and garlic also. But yeah, that you don't have to unfroze in this case, because you will lose the spirulina and the garlic. I think the brines are feeding on garlic also. I don't know. Yeah, I think they are feed both on garlic and spirulina. So now they will be checking the substrate for a quarter. First they check there is nothing in the water, of course, and when that will be done, they will all check out the substrate indeed. They're constantly going for food. And maybe if I stand up now, you will see them squatting up again. Huh? Yes, you see? Feed us! They just had. Yeah. I have to be sure who you feed with those guys and watch them bellies, because they can make a fool of you easily, and you say, did I feed them? Yeah, protein. Garlic is really nice for the fish. That cleans your uh, digestive system of the fish, and then also like some Europeans legends of Poland, Romania. They pretend that garlic is against vampires. Yeah. Actually, somewhere it's true. It's true for the fish that not vampires, but I don't know. Of some fish, yes, you have some fish sucking blood that exist. Like this Siamese algae eater. They start eating gently the algae like they have to. And then one day they not eat algae anymore, but they go for normal food. And they will not eat, they will eat meat, the meat things, insects, good worms. They're becoming carnivore. And if sometimes they're too lazy, they can suck the blood of the fish at night. But that being said, let's be back on garlic. And what is very good with garlic, that it going also in the blood of the fish and make them more resistant for parasites. So even ick is a kind of parasite, white spots coming up the fish. And thanks garlic, you will help the fish to recover because his blood will be better and more resistance, give more resistance at the parasite. Or maybe the parasite don't like the taste of garlic in the blood of the fish. That's another story, but who knows? Oh, I apologize, guys. Yeah, it's my first time I stream again, and I don't know. That's not so. Yeah. No, I don't know what to do, guys. Yeah, I think that's it, Björn. And I don't have an icon to invite a friend here. So I think, yeah, like you say, it's a YouTube only stream. I started from YouTube. Oh, that's pity. I'm sorry again, guys. I put a link on my page, but one fish. Anyways, I'm getting something to drink. and I have to feed the other tanks. Or feed those guys a bit. Yeah, I'm really happy to see this guy swimming everywhere. Before he was like paralyzing, always on the same spot. And yeah, the other ones give him access to food. It was sad to see him. Anyway. Let's see if they eat. So some bribes for all. Here we go. And for the discus pair, maybe a bit. Oh, shit. No. I thought I let fall on the ground. Oh, it's on the wood. Yeah. I thought some. That's dry. Here is that. I will show you from first. They're eating. Brian is also excellent for the discus. I feed them like 3 hours ago now. They're not that hungry, but yeah, you have to go and eat. Eh? Yeah, like I said, I'm the other tank. You see, the can close to the tank. It's better. Those are eating also like crazy. Sometimes they're nipping me, but more funny at the 20 and they're also terrible for eating. But yeah, I really love this tank, this growing up tank, because they're really funny and interactive, and yeah, they're always happy to see me. Even I catch a few of them not that long time ago, but they still trust me. That being said, in the 350 liters, the geophagus are really skinny and scaring when I have to do so to take off something of the tank. When they see my hands, even if they see closing me, they're asking themselves, I'm going to fish them out. And yeah, it's why they get really scared or more I get a fishnet in the tank, or more they get used to get scared. Yeah. Thank you, Jimmy, and thanks again for stopping by. Have a great evening, Elsa. They look like they started, right? There we go. Then there was one big dude there also. Bigger dude. He's making the rules. Yeah, we'll do. It will be a bit far. The next thing. Well, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't like to show too much today. I'm not shaved and I have to take a shower and that's another thing. No, that's enough for me. This gives out enough. So I have to do the 350. Look at those frictions. It's not like they are peanuts, nothing. Oh, that's it, pretty. You can't stick on. To be fixed is okay, but I think it will be better if you do your own mix with shrimps, fish, vegetables. I found one recipes from a Spanish guy, and for discus he's using the old school beef heart, inkfish, big shrimps, spinach, carrots, and fruits. I mean, an apple, a pear, and two bananas. And that is, and yeah, then he put also July, agar, but he first cooked the thing in the oven at 100 degrees for 1 hour or two. It's a complicated recipe, but it works. But yeah, again, the thing is beef heart or not beef heart. Maybe if they to get up your fry big, yeah, maybe. But I try to stay out of it. I like you to show the feeling of the 350, but for the mix. And here we go for the 350. Yeah, like I said, I really like to give Nijis also.
Alright.
Usually box. Oh, we just had some brines now. Yeah, my drink name. And yeah, thank you all for, and the one who were there before also for coming by. It was really great to see all my best friends from the fish farm. Thanks again, all. Yes, protein, like Uaru's also, huh? They also code body. Actually, there is a third one also, but I don't remember. And the civil room, of course, indeed. So yeah, you have discus, Uaru, and civil rooms. They all three feed them fry on them coat. Oh. But I think they eat all, but they only can do it with the first days, with the coat parents. But after you can give baby brine, so or even if you can have some infusors, rotifers also. I think it will be good also. And in that case, my secret weapon is frozen rotifers. I have in security in the freezer some frozen rotifers. That's frozen coral food, and that can save fry also. Eh? And yeah, another weapon that I should have in reserve is from Ocean Nutrition, some baby brines in a July. Gelée, like it's a small container of glass, like a gem one, and it's not frozen, it's not alive, but it's between the two. And yeah, if you can't start a culture of live baby brines, you have those baby brines rescue baby brines. It's interesting. I think it's like $10 a portion of, I don't know, 20 grams or something. It's really small, but we can feed 1 week. I don't know, 100 fry. And yeah, that's also a problem. You have to have healthy parents because if the parents are sick, the babies, the fry will be sick by eating them cold also. And on the opposite, I mean, if they're really healthy, the fry will get healthy and uh, the anti I don't know in English, but the way they fight against virus, against outside attacks from bacteria or sickness, the immunity system, yeah, that's what I'm looking for, I'm sorry. The immunity system will be giving also by the coat of the parents. Here's my dude. This is the smallest one. But I have my favorites in the community tank. The sneaky one is really awesome. The one with the vertical lights, also sweet. Well, I think I'm gonna end up soon, guys. Except if the discus are starting spawning, but it's shaking it, maybe. It's up on the female first. Yeah. I will fix dinner for me. Excuse me a moment. Yeah. Here it is. I'm back, guys. I don't know what's a mongoose, man. Yeah, I think, yeah. Kind of a beaver or something. A raccoon, a smaller raccoon or something, yeah. Something like that. Oh, maybe they're stalling on the cone. Yeah, then the reflection. What happened? Why are they hiding? What's going on here? Oh, isn't the awesome? Yeah. Hey, buddy. Yeah, King Jiggle. I did some fries again with fish stick. Anyways, if I will be happy to get rid of them, I'm sure I will miss them. But yeah, the last ones I took out of here, they were the biggest one, and I think it was better for the female because the male was looking at other females becoming bigger. So I think it was better for her that I took off the biggest one because the male starting to be interesting, could be interesting in other females. Younger. But yeah, that was not the case. I didn't let happen. But yeah, a really, really young female could be interesting in reserve in case of if she will pass, you will have backup. And yeah, she was crazy once when I put her in the 12-gallon tank, in this my desk tank, and they were with fry in the tank, and I don't know why I hear something. I go to see on the tank, and I couldn't find her anymore, and I say, well, what the hell? What's going on? Where is she? and she wasn't in the tank anymore, but I couldn't saw her also. And it took me a time realizing she was under the TV. Yeah, rubber. Yeah, I saw a turtle coming out of the thing where I put the television on. I said, wow. Yeah, she was alive, and of course she's doing well, but yeah, the stress of the smallest of the tank water was really coming dirt, and the stress with the fry and the dirt of the water, that making her jump a bit. And then I covered the tank, of course, because I was feeding her like 10 times a day, the fry. And the day after, they were both jumping, male and female, hurting the top of the small tank. Yeah, so okay, that's enough. I'll put them back here in the tank. And second time I did again. I suck up the fry, and after uh, I had the parents, but like I don't know, 2 days after they were in tank, they were both knocking the top by just smashing it by jumping out of water. Crazy. And I said, okay, I'll put you back in the tank, guys. Yeah, from now, it's from there. I mean, because the second spawn, they spawn 10 times. Always kept, mostly kept a bit of the fry. In total, they spawned 13 times. It was really impressionant to see so many fry. It was a cloud of fry, 300 fry. Yeah, that was something. Yeah, the batches were between from 200 to 400. Yeah, last spawn I did nothing. The GOC, the small GOC to them all in 1 or 2 nights. It was finished. But I really love geophagus, and if you have a big, I mean, from so, take 50 gallons at least. If you like to have a smaller pair, those ones are not that big. But the male is a bit bigger than a red tapajos. The tapajos are a little bit shorter, smaller. But they all need, even if the size are smaller, they're sensitive to, they have large parameters for temperature. Some, for I will speak in Celsius, from I will say from 20, 22 degree to 33 is okay for them. And you can keep them on here. All my setups are with tap water. And I just here I did a mistake. I buy an elixir in case of a conditioner and this. But yeah, normally I use deep water with dechlorinator, a conditioner. And I recommend you all to use conditioner water, especially if you use water tape. But yeah, ammonium could be fatal for them. So what I mean by big tank, yeah, they have, it's better they have swimming space, room, but the main thing is even there they can adapt in smaller setups and then they will swim so many, but making shorter lines, of course. They will be still active even in a smaller. But the water, you have to take care of the cleaning, that your water stay clean. That's the point. Because if the water, if you have too much ammonium with geophagus, they can die in half an hour. It's finished. And there was once in the 12 gallon, I had some fry, and those guys were, I don't know, 3 months old and really starting to enjoy me and squatting up when I was coming near the small tank. But yeah, because they were so skittish and small, I didn't enough water changes. And I think they had also a small oxidator, but even with the oxidator, I didn't do enough water changes, and one day they all died in I don't know, like in a quarter or something. It was, and when I realized it, and also the unfortunately the tank was not lighting enough, so I couldn't realizing what's going on. When I discovered it by at feeding time, they they were almost they were all gone, dead almost all. And the one who was not making was suffocating, and where they were when I discovered they were living the last moments, and yeah, that was really sickening and sad. But so yeah, for geophagus, you need clean water. That's the key. Yeah. If you don't use oxidator, you have to do more water changes and keep them clean. That's the only by feeding, like you see, they eat like everything, but they have their favorites, of course, and they appreciate quality like all fish. Have a nice dinner, Protein, and thanks again for coming by. But they're lovely fish. I love their personality. They're not aggressive. Of course, they will eat very little fish if it passes in the month, but they will not hunt fish or, I mean, they're just great opportunists. What they can take, they will not leave it. That's for sure. But yeah, they're peaceful. I just love them, and they're curious. They're always looking for what's going on. And I think they have some colors also. Yeah, I love the shape of the head also. Yeah, and also like the small discus when I bought them, I couldn't figure out how they will finishing up in colors and what will be the adult colors. But I'm really happy with them. And yeah, the parents are now 3 years old, a bit more. Well, I'm gonna finish up this here, guys. Thanks to all for coming by. I wish you a nice evening and a good night. Maybe we catch us a bit later. Yeah, thanks again to all for coming by. It was really nice. I just improvised it, and yeah, it was really nice to have all you here. So bye, and I see you on my next update. Yeah. Oh, thank you for the nice word. But what's your short name? One fish, two fish. I love you too, guys. But yeah. Thanks again for the words. And who knows? Maybe I catch you on your stream. One fish, two fish. You don't tell me your short name. Bye and much love, guys, and take care, all. Huh? See you.